Hi, and welcome back to another career clip. My name is Jörg, which is German for George here at Find a Job in Germany. Some of you following our channel may already have been in the process with German companies in the past. Some of you have been invited for a first round or even made it to the technical rounds or even had a final interview because that is the general setup. And then you may be wondering now where you can improve next time. And that is why what I'll share with you today are indispensable rules, which we're also making sure everybody in our personal coaching program understands, especially when it comes to your communication with Germans. Now, again, this is all about your relationship with German HR, German employers, German companies, you name it. Now, Germans can be a tough nut to crack, so be aware. But did you know that communication skills are still by far the most frequently sought soft skills in job descriptions? So besides problem solving and critical thinking, which we also see quite often, you have to know what Germans will judge you by, and that is your communication skills, even or despite you seeking a job in tech and IT, because you may think that doesn't really have anything to do with it. But what I can say from my experience with hundreds of successful coaches from our program is that what I'm going to share with you here as these rules, they will be indispensable for when you get into the interviewing phase and until, in fact, when you get here and you move to Germany. So here we go. Number one, time management and self-organization. They are an absolute must-have. And I want to give you one example: never be late. Instead, be 5 minutes early. Why? Because in Germany, being late means that your time is more important than mine. And to make sure you're always on top of things, you need to organize yourself well. So my advice is to create a sheet to keep track of your processes. Also, here's a link to a time converter for Central European Time. CET will become your new friend. Again, time management and self-organization it is. And it just requires you to be professional. If you can't make it, let them know and apologize. You are late on a coding challenge. Be polite and ask them for extension. That's possible, it works. And I'm telling you, all that is also going to matter strongly when you get here. Number two, when in doubt, do take people literally. Take their word as it is. There is a saying here in Germany that goes, my word is my bond. And in Germany, unlike in other countries, maybe contextualizing doesn't play such an important role. Your interpretation of what somebody means should therefore first always be based on the literal meaning of what that person is saying to you. And you can later wonder about Germans and their irony or about the context. But for now, as a starting point, always think their word to use their bond. And by the way, that what I can also give you as a piece of advice here is that you can always ask questions back when you're unsure about an email or a message or an assignment. Just make sure you do your research first, then phrase your question politely, and don't forget to say thank you. Third, please always be aware Germans don't like risks. Instead, Germans want long-term orientation. They want to avoid uncertainty in any way. So in everything that you do, in everything that you say to them, in everything that you write to them, you should already be anticipating the next two steps in order to always be on the top of things. And that also means if you commit yourself to doing something for somebody or being somewhere at some point, you do it. So think quick, be sharp. I want to give you one example here. If they ask you in the interview about your commitment, make sure that you are communicating that you are coming to Germany to stay, that you are joining them for a reason, and that reason is them. And last, use your best English whenever and wherever, please. Because each and every recruiter will be trying to picture the applicant as a future employee and an already existing team, wondering, is this going to be a good fit? So what counts is the way you communicate with the company, even in the first round, before and during the recruiting process. And that means full sentences in writing, for example. Here's why. A German recruiter will always look at you from a German point of view. And the assessment starts when you're writing with them, or let alone talking to them. And here's the thing, just writing things like sure or saying sure means yeah, whatever, keep talking. And yes, I know it's an intercultural thing, and I'm saying this to you not because I find it funny, but because we want you to stand out positively. But anyway, going further, once you communicate with the company via email, over WhatsApp or LinkedIn or whatever, please use a professional style and write emails formally. And that means use greetings and endings, write short sentences, and avoid any mistakes. This is really important. No double spacing, no lack of spacing for the same reason, please. It sounds easy, but so many candidates do make a bad first impression just through the way they are communicating. Anyway, I'm saying all this only for one reason, and that is your own good. Thanks for watching, and if you're in tech and IT and interested in joining our personal coaching program, watch my 30-minute video training on how to find a job in Germany. Talk soon. All the best from Berlin.